lovers of freedom, the brave youths of Nigeria. This Tuesday, the 27th of October, in the year of our Most High Elohim 2020, with the time now standing at precisely 5 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra, and by the same number of minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you're domiciled, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. This is a live presentation going out to the entirety of humanity, a gospel of truth and a gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, and a gospel of restoration. We are here to do that which is right before God Almighty in heaven and men on this very earth. And that work to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth is unrelenting. We are moving forward and we are never ever going to stop. We are in the midst of a revolution. We are in the midst of changing times in the zoo and in the whole of Africa at large. Brave Nigerian youths are doing all they can. Those who have taken refuge in ethnicity and tribalism and religion, they are trying their damn best to see if there is any way they can douse these embers of revolution in the hearts of our young people. And they have failed. And they will continue to fail. This very morning, please, as always, get your pen and paper ready if you've come to learn. Because this is the finest and the very best university in the whole world, where truth is preached uncompromisingly. My name is MNK. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, without doubt the largest mass movement of its kind anywhere on this very earth. Even our enemies now admit that all the youth of Nigeria is under one command. One simple command. They now understand it. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra, and now also a servant of the brave youths of Nigeria. Once again, I welcome you and try to welcome all the people. We have so many enemies, and if you did not download Twitter app yesterday, if you are not on Twitter, today is your chance to make sure you are on that platform. I don't even care if you put your grandma on Twitter as well, or your grandpa, it doesn't matter. Everybody must be on it. All they need to do is to click retweet, to like, or not to like any particular post, depending on the tone and nature of it. You must follow one another. But above all, you must follow Radio Biafra, and you must follow me. Very, very important. Very, very, everybody must be on Twitter. Everybody. If you call this morning and you are not on Twitter, and you cannot tell us your Twitter handle, then you will not speak on Radio Biafra. You will not speak on Radio Biafra this morning unless you are on Twitter. You cannot speak or call Radio Biafra, regardless of the information you have, because downloading Twitter app and registering and becoming active on Twitter doesn't take you anything, it doesn't cost you anything. We have information that we want the world to know. They will try to suppress it, but we want the world to hear it. We are going to pray very briefly before we continue this very morning. Once again, this is a live presentation. The time now is 9 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra. 9 minutes past the top of the hour where you are. Anywhere you are in the world, if you look at your timepiece, you look at your time, it is now 9 minutes past. That tells you that we are live. If it is not 9 minutes past, then we are not live. You are listening to a blog or a repeat broadcast. This very morning we must pray, as it is customary for us to do on this noble platform, on this hallowed and sacred radio station. And I'm going to pray a very simple prayer of Yahweh Yeshua. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us, but not corrupt Igbo politicians who are killing their own people. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, all the power, all the glory, all the adulation belongs to you. Now and forevermore we pray. He said, and also if you want to speak to us this morning, please make sure you download or you are on Signal app as well. Signal, S-I-G-N-L, like to signal somebody. S-I-G-N-A-L. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwukika Biama is bearing us witness. This very morning, right now, happening in Iguacha, because we in conjunction with the Fulani Janjaweed, they want to provoke us into a war in Iguacha. They are going from house to house this very morning and arresting ordinary IPOB family members. That is what they are doing. Those who are advising Wike, I am sure he understands the consequences of his actions. I am sure they understand the consequences of their actions, because they will pay very dearly for it. Right now, this morning, they are going house to house. People called OSPAC, the police and the army in Iguacha. You know, people, that one idiot yesterday said, Oyibo, God will punish all of you. Fulani slaves in Iguacha, shameless Fulani slaves. Some of you tried this nonsense during the war and you failed. You are slaves today. In your land there is no development. After all your iswimi, after all your sabo work, after your treachery, see how poor you are. See how poor you are. Wike is leading all of you to destruction. Those of you in the army, in the police, and in OSPAC, because he is trying to make Iguacha ungovernable. He is trying to make River State ungovernable. That thing he wants is going to get it. The army and the police are going about, if you're going to work, you're going to your farm, you're going to open your small business, they arrest you. That is what Wike is doing. That is what Wike is doing. And the world will hear his story. That idiot, that stupid idiot, the world will hear his story. And they will know what shall become of them. They should go to Ebonyi State and ask them. When we come after you, you'll be begging. You will beg, and we will tell you to go to hell. All of you idiots now supporting that fool that doesn't know that he was elected by the people. That fool, he is going to pay very dearly for it. Right now, this morning, that is what they are doing. Ordinary family members are being arrested in a time when people are campaigning and are agitating for an end to police and army brutality. Wike has taken it upon himself to serve the Fulani. Wike is an absolute disgrace, and he will be disgraced the same way that this morning, and not just this morning, we have found the Aburi Accord tapes. Inside those tapes, all the lies against Biafra, all the lies against our eternal leader, Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu is going to be blown out of the water, as I have written this morning. The same way we exposed Jubril, the same way we exposed the death of Buhari, the same way we exposed the mask-wearing Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad, the same way we exposed the fact that Aso Rock is empty, is how we are going to expose the lies of the BBC, the lies of the British government against our people, the lies of successive Nigerian media against our people. All their lies, all their subterfuge has now come to an end, because we have the original Aburi tapes. I am not going to release these tapes unless we are all on Twitter, because once we begin the revelations in the tape, we want the whole world to hear it. Because once we start, there will, as always, be a concerted attempt and effort to suppress it to kill the news. That is how the zoo operates. But we must continue. We must continue, and in continuation of the propagation of the truth contained in their burial accord, the tapes of their which they have refused to release since 1967. They refused to release these tapes to tell the whole world that Ojukwu did not unilaterally declare Biafra. Go on, the Fulani cabal, the Janjaweed oligarchy, and the British refused to release these tapes. Instead, they have sent their army. We are tracking them. I don't know where they are. I got up, I slept very late. Of course, we got up this morning after praying. We are here live, broadcasting to the world. And after this, I will get the latest updates, the intel on their movement. But what I'm telling you this very morning is that there is a house-to-house arrest of IPOB family members. And you know, in the zoo, once you're arrested without anybody knowing about it, the next is summary execution. In other words, Wike must know that the life of his own family is also in danger, because he is endangering the lives of other people. Wike is going house to house, arresting people and disappearing them in Iguacha this very morning. They are arresting people and disappearing them this very morning. We know a way to counter it, and once I leave the air this morning, we shall swing into action. We are going to counter them. We will swing into action. We are going to disgrace Wike and make his life hell on this very earth. He's a very stupid man. And whoever is leading this group of people, arresting the innocent, you people must also know that your days too are numbered. You are going to beg eventually, and when you do, we are not going to listen. Keep doing hard man, Fulani hard man, Fulani hard man. They issued a statement yesterday, and in that statement, I have never read so much falsehood in my life. So much falsehood in my life. We want people this morning to understand that being on Twitter is important. The foundations of the zoo is rocking as we speak. And we want people, we want all of you to understand that Biafra is inevitable. The coming of Biafra is inevitable. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop what we are doing. I am going to read out this very statement issued by Wike and his people, and I want you to understand the type of mentality that man possesses. I want you to understand that Wike, in keeping with his little Hitler mustache, is a deluded animal. They said, this is a statement by Rivers State government. We can never be against any ethnic group. We can never do that. We have lived in harmony with the Igbos, IBOS. Wike is an Igbo man. He is saying he has lived in harmony with the Igbos. Are you telling me that that man is okay in the brain? Do you see what Fulani has done to you people? Do you see how Nigeria have destroyed the last grace of common sense that some of you may possess? Some, I said, we live in harmony with the Igbos, IBOS, not IGBOS, IBOS, and he is an Igbo man. You see that mentality of Ohaneze, that mentality of rejecting yourself in order to serve the Fulani Janjaweed cause. Do you see these people that they are all the same? Do you see why we despise these wicked, evil politicians? He's an Igbo man. He's calling his fellow, he's in Igbo land. He is saying they are Igbos, IBOS, which means that they are foreigners. Oh God in heaven. And so Nigerians must commend Rivers State as a place where you have never had problems within this group and that group. We are now groups. Igbo people, there are groups. And maybe, oh God, unbelievable. There is one terrorist group they call Ipob, and what we are now going to do in Iguacha is this. As Fulani terrorists are going about killing some people, we are going to keep quiet. The same thing we did in Ebonyi, until you beg and start asking for Ipob to defend you. Wike is leading you into the arms of the caliphate. Nupe tried the same thing. Hausa tried the same thing. Gwari tried the same thing. Today they are all crying. Today they are all lamenting and complaining. The same thing that Wike wants to do in Biafra land by giving our land to the Fulani. The same thing that Umahi tried and failed very spectacularly to do in Ebonyi. But today, we have recovered our land, and Wike, we are not going to allow to succeed. We have a plan in place, and we are going to execute it imminently for you to know that we know what we are doing. We are going to capture all of them and teach them the lesson of their lives. You know what they said? Go to Oyi Igbo, and see what they have done. Oyi Igbo, not Obi Igbo anymore, but Oyi Igbo. Because that's one thing the Fulani learned from the British the Fulani learned from the British, and now the Fulani have taught the fools and the that called themselves fools. If you refer to yourself as what you are, you're a fool. And now they renamed, that's what they do, they believe in renaming. They renamed Obibo, Oyibo, and that's what Wike, an Igbo man, is doing. Wike is calling Obibo, Oyibo. Anyway, we are not going to wait for them till their stupid 2023 elections. We are going. But you see why we say you shouldn't trust these people and why you shouldn't vote for them. You see the way they're behaving? You see the way they are conducting themselves. I am from Isiama Faruku Ibeku. I am an Igbo man. So if the Fulani were to come to me now and give me some money, or maybe rig me into office as the Abia State governor, and proceed to say that Abia State is now Niger Delta, I will start referring to people as Igbo people. You see those Igbo people from Obaka. You see Igbos, we have been living in harmony with you in Umuahia. These Igbo people from Ohoho, we've been living with you. Do you see how demented they are? Do you know that Wike is actually worse than Umahi and Ibazu and Obiano? Are you aware of that? Do you know that Wike is worse than all these people put together? He is an Igbo man referring to his fellow Igbos as Igbo. And I want to ask Wike, you and who have been living in harmony with the Igbos? His name is Nyesom Wike, Igbo man with Igbo name. Do you see that Chibika Mechi is better than Wike? At least Chibika Mechi doesn't deny the fact that he's an Igbo man. Do you see that Peter Odele is better than Wike? Peter Odele, of course, he hides it, but he doesn't deny the fact that he's an Igbo man. Peter Odele wanted to contest for the presidency of the zoo. Peter Odele went to Obasanjo. Obasanjo is a very clever man, and asked Obasanjo and said to Obasanjo, I want to contest. And Obasanjo said, but where are you from? He said it's from Rivers State. Obasanjo said, no, you must come from somewhere. That's in Nigeria. For you to contest, you must have an ethnic group. What is your ethnicity? He said he's from, Obasanjo said, go back. When you remember who you are, then you come to me. Go and ask Peter Odele. Peter Odele went to Obasanjo, wanted to contest for the presidency of the zoo under PDP. Obasanjo asked him a simple question. Where are you from? He said he's from Rivers. Obasanjo told him that nobody comes from Rivers. He said Niger Delta. Obasanjo said nobody comes from Niger Delta. What is your ethnic group? Me, I am a Yoruba. I can't say, if you ask me who is Obasanjo, I'll say I'm from the West. Or somebody says I'm from the North. No. What is your ethnic group? Where do you come from? Odili could not open his mouth to say he's Igbo. That's why his name never went forward. And that was why they never promoted him. Or else, the position that Jonathan occupied under Yaradua should have gone to Peter Odili. But Peter Odili was confused. He didn't know where he came from. And because of that, he was not allowed to proceed to Asarok. Now that tells you all you need to know about some of these people, especially their politicians, groomed by the Fulani to run our lives. With Wike now, it is very, very clear to all and sundry that he is serving Fulani Janjaweed cause. A woman was going to the farm this morning, a woman of nearly 60 years old, and she was arrested by Wike, the Nigeria Army and the Nigeria Police. And I'm sure they will kill her. And the day we get upset and we express that anger, get upset and we express that anger, some of you will start complaining. But now, this morning, that Wike arrested a 58-year-old woman going to the farm, none of you is saying anything. Punch newspaper will not write it. Yoruba media will not report it. But the day we react, they will report it and they will carry it. I hope you're following. If you know Wike this very morning, tell him that we are aware of what they are doing. And we are going to do something in Obibo and every stronghold of Biafran people in Biafran territory, fighting against Janjaweed occupation. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do, but we're going to do it. And we are going to stop them imminently. Because that is what Europeans will do. When they see a problem, they try to solve it. They don't leave it and keep lamenting. They try to solve it. And that is what we are going to do this morning. As I said earlier, we have the Aburi tapes, which we asked for, and now we have them. And in the coming weeks, we are going to be releasing it to the whole world, that the world may know why Biafra must be restored. And during the release of these Aburi tapes, we would also be reinforcing our call to ICC to arrest Gowon, to arrest Obasanjo, to arrest, of course, Buhari is dead, is no longer alive, to arrest all war criminals that participated in the genocide that resulted in the loss of over 5 million Biafran people that they bribed Ohaneze not to talk about. We are going to discuss all of those things. Those tapes will be coming out, one after the other, batch by batch. We know that the BBC will not carry it. We know that the Zoom media will not carry it. That is why we all need to be on Twitter to make sure we place it in the hands of not just the United Nations, not just the very corrupt and useless African Union, but in the hands of every conscientious leader around the world. That every media outlet in Africa has it, that African people will become properly schooled on the truth about Biafra and Nigeria war. That all the lies told by the BBC and Britain will be exposed, and our great leader, may his soul rest in peace, will be vindicated. That is what we do. We do not rest. We research every blessed day. We dig out information every blessed day. And now that this one is in the public domain, we are going to make sure that the rest of the world is aware of it. And then we can cover his face in shame. In shame. The Nigeria Army and police, they have not stopped to. They have not stopped to. They are still assaulting people. They are still killing people. Despite the words of the Irish Prime Minister warning the Zoo Army and police not to be abusing the rights of people, they are still doing it. Even yesterday, a lady called Adoma, a Biafran, was assaulted yesterday morning, by this time yesterday, at UBA Bank branch in Oshodi area of Lagos. And there is a video evidence to that effect. The soldier in the video that was released can be seen removing his belt and assaulting Adoma, who was recording the incident as they were flogging her and beating her, a Nigerian soldier. Do you see why people are protesting? Because these vagabonds can never change. End SARS. Oh, go back! We have listened to you. Have you seen the way they behave? They have not listened to you. These fools will never listen to you. These people that presided over no electricity for over 60 years, they will never listen to you. That is what they always do. They will tell you to go home, do not protest, we have listened to you, and nothing will ever happen. Things will remain the same. Has it occurred to you that nobody has been shot dead in the corner of looting palliative warehouse, or warehouses as the case may be? But in the south, they are shooting and killing people, looting palliative warehouses, which goes to show that Fulani people in the army, their intent or their intention is to reduce the number of young people in the south as much as possible. What their game plan is to use the lives of Wike to plant and to establish Fulani colonies in our land, so that in years to come, they will say, oh, this part is Igbo, in Iguacha. Oh, in River State, this part is Fulani. That is what they want to do. That is what they want to do. Do you see it? That you cannot reform the Nigerian army or the police. It is in their mindset. It is in their DNA. They will always abuse and assault innocent people. They will always kill innocent people. And let me tell you something. Because the lady assaulted is an Igbo lady, is a Biafran residing in Lagos, no news will carry it. But had we all been on Twitter, we can get the video to trend. And once something trends on Twitter, media houses will pick it up regardless. Do you see why we all need to be on Twitter? If you are not on Twitter, if you call me this morning, I will curse you. If you are not on Twitter, if you call Radio Biafra this morning, I will lay curse on you. Our sister was assaulted in Lagos. Do you think the Yoruba media will carry it? Of course they won't. They will not carry it. Do you think the Abuja media will carry it? No, they will not carry it. Do you think the BBC they will carry it? Of course they will not, because they are agents of the oppressor, or agent of the oppressors. We have to put our news out there in the world. The essence of this program this morning is to make sure that everybody, to download Twitter takes you about, let's say, not up to 50 seconds. You download it and you register with your email. They will ask you for a name. Then you just give them a name. It doesn't matter if you can write good English or not. I'm not asking you to go on Twitter and start writing good English. No, you need to be on Twitter so that when others tweet, you can simply retweet. That is your job. We're not asking you to compose anything. We're not asking you to write anything. We're just saying follow people and retweet what they tweet. Do you understand it? Our sister posted hers on Twitter. Luckily for her, how did I know that this thing happened to her was because there is a blogging site called betutv.com, blogging site. That was where we came across the news, and I'm bringing it to you this morning. She was assaulted by Nigeria Army. Do you see what your children are going to go through, and your children and their children and their children, if you allow Nigeria to exist the way it is? Do you want to be flogged by the army and abused every blessed day? When you raise your voice to say, why are you doing this, they come and they beat you up? Or as Wike is doing, going house to house and arresting people. If tomorrow now we arrest Wike's children, I think all of you will start shouting. But Wike is busy arresting people's mothers, arresting their children with the help of his fallen masters. They are busy beating up our sister in Oshodi, in Lagos. Nigeria Army, flogging her as she bravely recorded it. Without the use of Twitter, do you think you know about this thing? Because if she were to post this thing on Facebook, nobody will pay attention. You have to be on Twitter. Everybody has to be on Twitter. And you must do so this morning before you call. If you do not call, if you do not download and be on Twitter before calling this morning, may God help you. And as you call, I'm going to ask you for your name. I have a way to verify. I have Twitter here with me. I am logged into Twitter here with me. If you call this morning, I'll ask you for your Twitter handle. If you tell me, I will go and I'll type it in and I'll see if you're there or not. If you're lying, may God help you. May God help you. Buratai, they say, they claim there is no Buratai, of course. Buratai, they claim, saying that, oh my goodness, zoo. Let me read it for you. I am not scared of movement boycott because we told them they can no longer travel. So Buratai is responding to us the same way that Falana responded yesterday. Falana that I used to respect. You know, people are these are people that claim that they are learned and they are very, very smart. Falana, he's a son, a man that when I was arrested got in contact with my attorney, by Stephanie Giofo, to ask how I'm doing and to ask what can be done to try to remedy the situation or try to give me adequate legal representation. Falana. Niger I published a video, a very short clip. Niger I think it's Niger is N-I-J-A-I, then Niger, N-I-J-A-E-Y-E, Niger I. And they're doing a very good job anyway. Niger I published a clip of Falana where he was basically calling me a foreigner, an outsider. Falana, you see, with all his education, I want people to understand the hypocrisy of your average Nigerian. That is why I hate Nigeria. Because they are hypocrites. Femi Falana is a senior advocate. He is a man of the law. So we are led to believe. He is learned, he is erudite, and I believe conscientious as well. But Falana, because he is a Yoruba man, is calling me an outsider, that I nearly burnt down Lagos from the comfort of my home because I do not belong to Lagos. I am an Igbo man. I am a Biafran. So Falana was one of those pushing the ethnic line. Falana was one of those tribal bigots. If you see him on TV, you will think he's affable. You will think he's a good man. You will think he is a good Nigerian. But deep down, he is a tribal bigot. Falana San. I saw him shouting like a caged, deranged animal. You know me, I tell you the truth. I don't give a damn who you are. Falana was shouting like a madman, saying that I nearly burnt down Lagos. Because Lagos is not Igbo land. Now, if you are not sensible or reasonable, you won't understand where they are going. I always read between the lines. Always, without fail, I read between the lines. Falana is a tribal, ethnic bigot. People will say that he's representing El Zagzagi. But he's getting paid for it. That's his job. Even if somebody were to commit murder and comes to your office as a lawyer and say, I committed murder, I killed somebody, do you know what the legal ethics says you must do? You must represent that person regardless of their crime. And you must go to court and defend them as vigorously as you can and try to get them acquitted. Though you know they're guilty. So, before you come to tell me that Falana is not an ethnic bigot that is representing El Zagzagi, I want you to understand this about how the law operates. Falana in that very clip was seen saying that I was trying to destabilize their Nigeria. Every year what Falana does is to shout and to scream. Every year things are bad, the police did this, police did that, we are going to take you to ICC and we are going to take you to court. And he knows the court does not work in Nigeria. Now that young people took it upon themselves to hold Tinubu responsible for the carnage and the murder, the slaughter at Lekki Toll Gate because of tribe and ethnicity. People that should know better, they are defending murderers because they are from their tribe. They are from their ethnic group. They are defending killers the same way that a former Janjaweed will defend Buratai, the same way they will defend the late dead Buhari. You people support evil based on your tribe. Your tribesman is committing murder, is committing manslaughter. You are there looking, you will defend him. He's from your tribe. And you want me to believe in one Nigeria. It's a good thing that the young people have done. It has now shown everybody that those you believe or you thought we are normal, that they are all tribalists. All of them. All of them tribal bigots. All of them. Femi Falana is a tribal bigot. He is. You see him and you think he's smart. He's learned. But deep down, he's a tribalist. A tribalist of the worst kind. He is a chameleon. All the years of human rights abuses, we take you to court. We take you to court. What has come out of it? They always play to the gallery. Nigeria is full of hypocrites. Nigeria is full of deceivers. The likes of Wike. Deceivers. When they speak, you think they are normal. But in action, you know who they are. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, is an ethnic bigot. When I say it, they say, oh, you shouldn't. I say, shut up your stupid, stinking, dirty mouth. That is why Africa is poor. You idiots, you are afraid of the truth. You idiots, you are afraid of the truth. That is why you have no electricity. Because if the idiot running NEPA is from your village and stealing money, you defend him. Femi Falana said that I could have, I came close to burning down Lagos. That's what he said. And you have no right doing that because you are not a Yoruba man. That is what they are saying. But it is about Nigeria. Do you see how devilish and hypocritical these animals are? Wearing their wig, calling themselves my learned brother, my learned sister, my learned friend. Deep down, they are ethnic bigots. So the introduction of the ethnic angle or dimension into the End SARS protest was pioneered, or should I say championed, by the likes of Femi Falana. And from today, he has no respect anymore. Where we are. Buratai said, I'm not scared. I am prepared to live in Nigeria, he said. Oh dear. Because they know no politician will travel abroad again. I don't give a damn if you are Wike's controller from Sokoto. If we catch Tambuwal outside, we will set an example with him. We did not attack Kuremadu. Kuremadu was just an appetizer. Any governor, if you like, be a governor of Oborno State, Igbos are there trading. If you travel abroad to make a work, we will teach you a lesson. We are now prepared to go to jail. You want CNN to cover the issues happening every blessed day? We have to be very, very dramatic. Let us catch one senator. All of them, you are banned, you cannot travel. House of Reps, all of you are banned, you cannot travel abroad. No, you're all going to die. All of you with sickness, you are going to die in Nigeria. Now you will see what they will do. They'll start importing equipment to make their hospitals, should I say, viable. No Nigerian politician, including Aisha Buhari, Aisha cannot travel outside Nigeria again. If she likes, let her go to Dubai. People will find her in Dubai. They will disgrace her in Dubai. I don't give a damn who you are. It doesn't matter your ethnicity or your tribe. Play that your idiotic tribal card all you like. That is why Nigeria never moved forward. You people are hypocrites. You don't believe in Nigeria, you believe in your tribe. But when you come out, this is our country, this is our Nigeria, because of oil and gas coming from Biafra land. If we catch any of you outside, including Aisha, we will teach you a lesson. No Nigerian politician will travel abroad again. Chicken is finished. The same way that Tinubu was chased away from Turkey, chased away from France, chased away from London, is what is going to happen to all of you. His savior is that he has a private jet. In 6 hours, he will just be in Lagos. That's his only savior. A nationwide protest, and I want to ask all those idiots talking nonsense about his Yoruba land. Some of you are living abroad. How many times have you heard that a protester in London is Scottish. And they go on TV and they say, there was this Scottish protester, and he's in London, he's destroying Oxford Street. He's a Scottish protester. Have you heard of that before? In all your lives that you've been covering or listening to the news about riots in London? Go and Google it. It's only in Africa, you monkeys. And where monkeys you are. Instead of you to address your, should I call it, intellectual limitations, because some of you didn't quite understand what the young people were doing. The first place you run to, that Britain asks you to run to, is to tribe. And the Femi Falana, a senior advocate, if Femi Falana can be reasoning like a parrot in the gutter with his son, think of what those in the gutter will be doing. Senior advocate. Would you know he was an ethnic bigot? I never knew until I saw the clip yesterday. When I gave the order to destroy every police station in Anambra for what they have done. So he did not see it. He didn't hear about it. And I said to my Yoruba brothers, I said, I wish a Yoruba person can come on Radio Biafra and give that order or to concur. I'll be very happy. Because you said you are in one Nigeria. Anambra is in Nigeria. A Yoruba man has every right to burn down a police station in Anambra State. Every right. Because the revolution is being carried out under Nigeria. Somebody from Zamfara has every right. A conscientious man from Zamfara has every right to come to Anambra to participate in the burning of police stations. Because it's a Nigeria-wide protest. People come during the G8 or during, do you know what the poll tax riots? Go and Google it under Margaret Thatcher. The poll tax riots in England. One of the reasons why she was removed. Poll taxation. People said no, there was riots every day in London. Did you hear them say, people come from Wales and they're in London, they're at Trafalgar Square destroying things? Because they are white people, they're intelligent. They know that everybody is British. But you in Nigeria, despite your education, Nnamdi Kanu is Igbo, he's from Biafra. How can he give the order? And federal government properties are being burnt in Lagos. Marina was on fire everywhere because they killed innocent people. Femi Falana, senior advocate son. I feel sorry for some of you idiots following fools like that. I feel sorry for some of you stupid fools following idiots like Femi Falana. Deceiver. You know, I hate it. I despise hypocrites. I can't stand them. On one hand is Nigeria. On the other hand, when you go inside, you are doing Yoruba, you are doing, all those, these people are horrible. You go back and start to play your ethnic card. Is Yoruba? Why should this thing happen in Yoruba? It's not happening where they come from. And they know it's a lie. They know Anambra is on fire. They know Enugu is on fire. They know Aba is on fire. They know Iguacha is on fire. That's a revolution. They went back to playing their ethnic card. That is the reason why people don't go to school in the north. Ethnicity. If you ask them, say, leave it. Are they your children? They are Fulani children. They are Hausa children. I am the Hausa leader. Oh no, there is no Hausa, of course. I am the Fulani leader. I decide what happens. My children will not go to school. And you leave it. And you come to Abuja and you go to channels. Our country needs to move forward. This Nigeria, we must move it forward. There should be education everywhere. Oh my God in heaven. Nigeria and their hypocrisy. These are the things all of you must know. Nigeria is a den of deceivers. When you speak the truth as we do, they complain, they gossip, the way he says it, he is rude, he is that, then you are a hypocrite. Femi Falana is a hypocrite. No Nigerian youth should take him seriously. He is a hypocrite. He's like Wike. A hypocrite. What, how they can kill you? The way they sound, Bitakuna, the way Bitakuna sounds so nice when you're chewing it, is not how the taste is. The taste is very bitter, but the sound you hear when you're chewing it is very nice, but the taste is bitter. You see them in public and they speak and you think they're human beings. You think they're fighting for you, isn't it? Oh God. Excuse me. I need to rest and take my medication. I've not been doing that. I need to rest. He has been representing El Zagzagi. Despite the might of the Islamic movement, has he been able to bring out El Zagzagi from detention? No. But let me use the word ordinary. Ordinary Ifanye Jiofo and IPOB. Of course, Chukwokika Abiyama in heaven brought me out of detention. Femi Falana is a son. Sheikh El Zagzagi did nothing wrong, but he's in detention. Sheikh El Zagzagi is in detention. Has Femi Falana been able to bring him out? Because despite coming to court and speaking in a very flowery, so all those jargon that they cram, they memorize and they churn out each time they go to court. When he goes back to his house, he will say, "Oh, but that man is he wants to destroy our country, El Zagzagi, and he is El Zagzagi is actually a Nupe man, if I'm not mistaken. Is either Nupe or Bagi. I think he's from Niger State, but he was born and raised in Kaduna." In the front, Femi Falana will say, "Oh, let us release, I'm putting pressure on the Nigerian government to release El Zagzagi," but behind the back, he'll be saying that El Zagzagi should be locked up. That is why he has not been able to bring him out of detention. I remember when I was in jail and they said, "Oh, why don't you allow this person from here?" That Ejiofor and the team, allow Ejimaka and all the rest of them, that you surround yourself with only Biafran lawyers, only Biafra. Why don't you expand? I said no, because they understand what we are going through. So when they argue in court, they will argue with passion. For El Zagzagi to come out, pick a lawyer, a very good lawyer, doesn't matter if they are known or not, from his village, from around where he comes from. They go to Kaduna High Court and they release him. Because Femi Falana will come in the open and say, "I'm fighting for El Zagzagi," but behind the back he will say, El Zagzagi wants to destabilize Kaduna State, and that will destabilize Nigeria, where he's benefiting from. That is the way they are. Nigerians, some of them that claim they're educated, they are ethnic bigots. I thank the young people, the youths, for coming out and saying we are in this together. But even at that, as soon as the trouble broke out, everybody went back to their tribe. You cannot criticize a politician because it's not from your tribe. Then why do you have Nigeria? Why do you have Nigeria? Oh, you cannot touch a northern governor when they go abroad because they are not Igbo. They are not from the east. Then why do you have Nigeria? We are dealing with a Nigerian governor, not a Fulani governor, not there is no Hausa governor, of course. Not how can in fact it's Fulani all over the place. Not a Fulani governor, not a Yoruba governor, not an Igbo governor. We are dealing with Nigerian governors. Nigeria is the word. You want Nigeria? You get Nigeria. If we catch them abroad, they are finished. They are finished. Burata is saying that he's not scared that the order was given that they should not travel abroad. I thought they said we are miscreants, we make noise, we can't do anything. Yet they know that when we speak, the young people of Nigeria all over the world, not just to Biafra, so every Nigerian, they will obey it. And the people that will attack them when they travel abroad are their own people. They will be shot. Instead of them to come out and to say that Nnamdi Kanu gave an order and Nigerian youths, regardless of their tribe or ethnicity, they carried it out. They want to ethnicize it. That's who they are. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria. Liars and deceivers who will consume. Deceivers. I cannot be in a country with such a man. Instead of me to be in a country with Femi Falana, it cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why the zoo must fall. The zoo must fall. Nigeria must fall because of the hypocritical stance and behavior of the likes of Femi Falana. Hypocrites. All of them are hypocrites. All of them are hypocrites. Deceivers and liars. How is it that ordinary Ifeanyi Ejiofor can bring Nnamdi Kanu out of detention, illegal detention? Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, cannot bring out an innocent man, Sheikh El Zagzagi. What does that tell you? And as a senior advocate. Yet in their brain there is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because the man is an ethnic jingoist. They were telling me, come out, it's not about Biafra, everybody is suffering, all the youths are suffering, you're only fighting for Biafra, this is your Biafra, anywhere I go to, that's what they tell me. Why don't you fight? Go back to the old cliques. Why don't you fight to liberate everybody in Nigeria? And our brave young people started this very movement. And we came to offer our moral support. As their fathers, we came to offer moral support. And now, some people came out to say, hey, you're not Yoruba. Don't say anything about Lagos or Tinubu. I say, to hell with you, shut on your Ndara. Get out of my face, hypocritical bastards. But you have Nigeria. The protest is happening under Nigeria. And Tinubu is a criminal. He's a political criminal in Nigeria. Not a Yoruba political criminal in Yoruba land only, or in Yoruba, in Oduduwa nation. It's under Nigeria. That is being sustained with the oil and gas from my village. Somebody will steal the money. When I say we will hold them to account, you're saying you shouldn't say it because you're not Yoruba. Don't say it because you're not Fulani. Are you mad? I said, are you mad? Are you stupid in the brain? Are you stupid? You come out, Asiwaju, they want to contest 2023. Yes, of course, he knows he's not going anywhere. 2023, this is another rubbish. A criminal and a murderer. Of course, Sanwo-Olu has complained that he knew nothing about it. And nobody has come to contradict. Nobody has come to say that Sanwo-Olu actually ordered the army to go and shoot. He has come out to deny it, to say, I did not order them to shoot. Maybe that is why he's walking about scot-free. Any day Tinubu comes outside in Lagos, any day he comes outside. Any day he comes outside his circle of agros that he controls, then he will know how angry ordinary Yoruba people are with him. He doesn't know. His advisors are not telling him. They're not telling him. That day he will know. All of them are banned from traveling abroad, including Aisha. Even you see how strict they are in UAEs and Islamic countries. If Aisha is spotted in the UAE, she'll be dealt with. The highest thing is prison. And the whole world will hear about it. Let me see how you can detain somebody for attacking a woman that is corrupt and a liar and a deceiver and an adulterer. Do you understand it now? You see, let me tell you something about Nigeria. If you are not mad in Nigeria, they will trample upon you and the rights of the people. I believe that I speak this very morning standing on the mandate of the youth of Nigeria to say that the revolution must continue. Forget them. The revolution, if you want to change it, look at our sister being beaten yesterday. If you don't change the system, that could be you next time. And you may not be lucky. Look at what MNK is doing. An elected governor going about and saying he will sack elected local government chairman. Can you believe that? And nobody's talking. All of a sudden, because MNK is attacking Ipob, attacking Nnamdi Kanu, all of them, all the Yoruba newspapers have gone quiet. They have all gone quiet. How can you say you will remove a democratically elected local government chairman, which MNK knows himself that is impossible? He cannot do it. Do you see how hypocritical they are? You want me to be in one Nigeria? When protesters are being killed in Onitsha, Oka, Nnewi, in Enugu, in Abakaliki, you don't say anything. Only if they are killed in Lagos or Ibadan or Abuja. Then how are you inspiring confidence in the Nigeria project? That goes to show that all of you are lying to yourselves. The thing about us is that we tell you the truth. That truth you don't want to tell yourself, we will tell you that very truth. There are people died yesterday in Abakaliki. Did you report it? Was it reported this morning? I doubt that very much. Somebody should tell me, because our people are very, very clever. If Nigeria does not respect violence, the only thing that Nigeria understands is violence and disorder, chaos. Because their money will be threatened. Their source of income will be threatened. That was when our brave brothers, the Avengers, came before they were corrupted as usual, of course. Osibanjo ran down there to go and make peace immediately. But look at all the years of writing. Oh, please, clean Ogoni. Oh, please, clean Ogoni. We have petition, we are protesting, clean Ogoni. Did they listen? You don't know Nigeria. The best thing to happen to Nigeria was this thing now that our young people did. If not, from where? And this ban covers everybody, both the secretary to the federal government, both the secretary to the federal government, and also the chief of staff. What's his name again? Ibrahim. What's his name again? The chief of staff of the zoo. The so-called seasoned diplomat, including him. He has friends all over the world. Gambari. He has friends all over the world. Ibrahim Gambari. But any day we catch him abroad, his friends will not save him. So even Gambari cannot travel abroad. All of them who are army officers, once you're a high-ranking army officer or police officer in Nigeria, you cannot travel abroad either. You can't. Stay in Nigeria and enjoy your own Nigeria. All of you suffering from one illness or the other, hoping to try to sneak out to India, no, you are going to die of that illness. We will come to that hospital in India and bundle you from your sick bed. I'm telling you the truth. Go and try. The highest thing is imprisonment, 1 or 2 years imprisonment. El Zagzagi is still in prison, isn't it? And also, no Nigeria chief judge or judge, no Supreme Court judge from Nigeria can travel abroad. No judge of the appeal court can travel abroad. No judge of Nigeria High Court can travel abroad. It's over for you people. Stay in Nigeria. You people are presiding over iniquity. Somebody will come to your court. The state is holding that person illegally, as Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma is holding on to people in Imo State. For no reason. They committed no crime. But Fulani headsmen are busy moving about and killing and raping. And they are free. Because they are Fulani. They control the government. All of you judges and governors, all of high-ranking army officers, we can allow magistrates, they can travel abroad. Local magistrates can travel abroad. But once there is a judge to your title, Tell your children you're going to see in America and Europe that you're in trouble. Get them to go and start gossiping online as usual. No more abroad and no medical treatment. Even if you're a judge, a high-ranking army officer, everybody who is in frontline politics in the zoo, you are finished, regardless of who you are. I want all of you to gang up all you like. Gang up, conspire, talk rubbish, write nonsense. You know, I'm the kind of all those things that don't affect me. Write all your garbage, and even make us more popular in the process. You are no longer going to be seen abroad. You'll be hiding as you're going now. You're hiding like a thief, like a criminal. Because we are going to catch you, one of you, and we'll set example with you. You can no longer go and call your people to a meeting. No. No more. I dissolved our volunteers abroad and I'm now reconstituting them. They are now in existence once again. Anywhere we see you, we attack you. We're not going to attack you as a Biafran, we attack you as a Nigerian. You don't know? Oh, as we are attacking you, we are going to use your useless green, white, green flag stained with original blood. We are going to get the blood of an animal and stain your flag. So when we are attacking you with Nigerian flag. Abroad, come now, let us see you. They say, he has deviated. He is no longer preaching peace. I was preaching peace. And you massacred people at Umbo. I was preaching peace. You went to Iguacha. Wike was there as his Fulani masters were slaughtering our people during Trump campaign. Did any of you complain? Did any of you complain? No. You were there when they did Operation Python Dance, came to my house and killed everybody, and as a result my mom and my father died as a result of it. Did you complain? Nothing. You said nothing. You support evil, black evil people. This OG, like Femi Falana, is now a question of race and tribe. He's somewhere. The idiots doesn't know where I am. None of you fools know where I am. Do you know where I am? Ask Britain if I'm in Britain. Ask Trump if I'm in America. I am not. Go and ask their immigration. They will tell you I'm not there. Idiots. You don't even know where I am. This UG, just to try to plant seeds, to sow seeds of discord amongst our young people. You are a senior advocate. You cannot bring out an innocent man who is in jail. For how many years now? For how many years you cannot bring out an innocent man who is in prison, and you call yourself a senior advocate of Nigeria? Shame on you. All you're doing is to be gossiping, playing your ethnic tribal card all the time. Once they commit atrocities, they run back to their tribe. They want to use tribe to cover themselves. Nigerian youths were carrying out a revolution, and they asked for my intervention to make sure that it's sustained, and we intervened. Tinubu ordered for people to be killed. Tinubu is a Yoruba man and a murderer. The same way that Obiano is an Igbo man and a murderer. Wike an Igbo man and a murderer. The same way that Umahi is a murderer. The same way that Okezi is a murderer. And we hold them to account. They are from our tribe. Stay in your tribe. Thunder God punish you, you idiot. You're an animal. You wear that your stupid horse wig, looking like a wretched palm-nut vulture. You want to bring tribe into a revolution. Mad people everywhere. Insane people everywhere. Idiots. If people respect your stupidity and your hypocrisy, I don't. I hate hypocrites. Once you're not straightforward, once you're not a straightforward human being, I will hate you. And we're here. Now you know how powerful we are, don't you? We give order and it's carried out. Under one command. It doesn't matter if your ethnic group, because everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants freedom. Everybody wants freedom. So because an Igbo man is a bad politician, because of that, when a Yoruba person is criticizing that person, I will start, no, of course not. I won't do that. I won't do that. So in England, when somebody is criticizing the government of, say, Boris Johnson, the journalists will first find out where you come from. If you're not English, then don't criticize Boris Johnson. Are people insane? Africans, are you people normal? You should have myself in this UG. Blast, are you okay in the brain? You claim you are in a country called Nigeria, and somebody is corrupt or somebody has done something wrong. As soon as you get up to hold up, they ask you, first of all, what is your ethnicity before you speak? Once you say, I am a Biafra, and they say you have no right to condemn him. He is from Fulani. And all of you went to school. You are learned. You are educated. That is how daft you are, and that is why Africa is backwards. Because you are all hypocrites. You are all deceiving yourselves. Buratai knows he's not going anywhere. If at all, it's Buratai who is speaking, because he's not alive anyway. You can never see him give any interview live. Never, ever, ever. Never. They gather, they share them guns, AK-47, and they are killing the children of other people. Wike arrested a 58-year-old woman at Obibo today, going to the farm, and he is enjoying his own children, building hotels left, right, and center. You know Cameroon pepper. We must put it in your eyes. You are doing gara for IPOB. These people, they don't know who we. Do you know what is IPOB at all? Do you know that governments of the world are afraid of IPOB? Are you aware of that? Go and ask. You are doing a show for us, doing hard man. With this local charm you people do before. Also before bidder, this 15 naira, you know, that charm they do touch and follow in those days. They say if you put it in your handkerchief, touch and follow. If you see a beautiful girl, you wave the handkerchief, she will follow you. Touch and follow. 15 naira juju. That you and your people have. You think that's what's going to stop IPOB? Do you know the amount of native doctors they bring out every blessed day? When I was in detention, you know the amount of native doctors. They even brought a native doctor from Saudi Arabia. Are you aware of that? That day that I went to court and they said I should follow another room, and I said no, I must go through the step. Go and look. Somebody find that video. I said, come on, get away from my face, idiots. And they got away from my face. Even the dog ran away. Police dog ran away. Police dog sat down immediately upon hearing my voice. Hey, go blanket anime. Go and bring. So sometime show that video and bring it out immediately and publish it. I was in court. They brought a Dibia, native doctor from Saudi Arabia. They did all their juju, hanged everything on the wall, and said I should follow the tunnel to go into to take the lift, the tunnel of the Federal High Court in Abuja, to go to the courtroom where I was standing fake trial, kangaroo court, in a zoo. And I said to them, I will not follow it. And Buhari was watching. I said, I won't take it. They said you must. I said, come on, get away from my face, you idiot. Even the dogs ran away. Police dog also upon hearing my voice. I used the step and I walked in at them to piss off. That is who we are. Bring out that video and show the Efulefus. Bring it out. That is who we are. People say, oh, but the way you speak, was I not speaking this way when I was in the zoo? When I was in the zoo in your court, I'm invisible. Was I not speaking this way? What's the difference between now and then? Go and look at the clips of my videos going to court in Abuja. Did I not represent? I paid for lawyers to represent Boko Haram suspects. I paid. I was the one that alerted the world to the atrocities going on inside DSS dungeon in Abuja in order to save Fulani, Nupe, Gwari boys who are illegally locked up. So you don't know that? Do you know that I paid for lawyers in Kuje prison to represent Boko Haram suspects? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? I'm asking you. Do you know what we know? There are some things I cannot say on air. There are some things I cannot say on air. Let me tell you this, if you don't know. I paid for Shia people to have legal representation. When I was in detention championing Biafra, I was paying for people from Kaduna State who are Muslims to have representation. They hijacked the protest. I want you to go to DSS headquarters in Abuja and ask them. Go to Kuje prison and ask them. The day that I left Kuje prison, most of them were crying. Those who were crying were Muslims. Fulani, Hausa, name it. Go to Kuje and ask. They will tell you. That is who we are. Some of them wanted to do something that the day that I went to court and I called Buhari a madman, I came back and Fulani people wanted to organize something inside the prison. Our people told them that all of them will die tonight if they try. In fact, it was even the Boko Haram inmates and suspects that told them to stop that rubbish, that they will deal with them. I paid for Shia Muslims in prison to have legal representation. I paid for wrongly accused Boko Haram suspects to have legal representation. And they think that words don't get out. Of course words get out. That is why when we speak, they listen. And instead of you to come out and say, oh, I'm jealous, so how can they can't speak and Nigerian youth listen? You want to disguise it as a tribe and race and ethnicity. They think we don't know. I'm sure they know how smart we are. Go and look at the video. I came to court. They brought Babalawo from Saudi Arabia. That day our intel insiders Rock told me when I got back to Kuje that this man or something else, that Buhari was saying, which native doctor do I use? Now listen. Which native doctor do they use? They said that the native doctor I use is in Aguleri. I want you to listen very carefully. And they went to Aguleri looking for the native doctor, so that the native doctor in Aguleri can discuss with the native doctor from Saudi Arabia how to neutralize my powers. Zoological Republic Zoo. Oh God. After laughing and I didn't quite roll on the floor, I said to the person that the only native doctor I have is Chukwuka Kabiama Binigwe. Lord God Almighty in heaven that sent me to deliver this message to the living. Heaven will give me a message and I'll give to the living. That's my job. So they were shocked, as they will say, it shocked them all that we gave an order and they carried it out. That was where people died yesterday in Ebonyi State. I gave an order for the cleaning to be done, and other people felt that, oh, how can he be giving order and people are obeying? Let me counter it. How did they bring Python dance? I gave the order for Anambra elections to be boycotted. Word went, no, I countermand it, and I'm bringing the army to kill you. And they all failed spectacularly. Femi Falana is a hypocrite. Anybody listening to him is as foolish as he is. Femi Falana is an absolute hypocrite. A hypocrite. You cannot bring out an innocent man from detention and you claim you're senior advocate. Who are you advocating for? Maybe a fast rock. You're advocating for the devil. No wonder. No wonder. And you know he's an APC man. Do you know Femi Falana is APC? Do you know that? And now I'm telling you, he is APC man. Buratai is in shock. If at all he's alive or they're claiming writing with his name. Okpoko. Who ordered Lekki shooting? who ordered Lekki shooting. All of you may forget, but I will not, because Biafrans were killed at Lekki, and that gives me the right to speak about it. Anywhere you kill Biafrans, there will be repercussions. Anywhere you kill a Biafran, anytime you kill somebody from Idu, that they call Idu Igurumiguru land, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Ishekiri man, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Urobo man or woman for that matter, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Isoko man or woman, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Ubiaja man or woman, Ubiaja that they call Eshan, of course it's Godomigodo, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Ijo man or woman, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Ibibio man or woman, there will be repercussions. If you kill an Angan man or woman, there will be repercussions. The same thing applies until the whole of Biafra land is covered. Hypocrites everywhere. Hypocrites everywhere. And we are tackling them. Sanwo-Olu, who killed people at the toll gate. Who killed them there. The Lagos State government has made yet another revelation relating to the shooting carried out at Lekki Concession Company last week Tuesday. Who killed them? The military denied involvement. When we saw the video footage, we saw it. You saw the army boy shooting. The military denied it. During a media chat with CNN on Monday via teleconference, Sanwo-Olu said that the shooting was ordered by the military. That is why Sanwo-Olu is free to move about in Lagos. Because when we looked at his face, we knew that he was telling the truth, that he didn't know about it. Some of you do not know that the police commissioners you have in your states and the army commanders manning or in charge of the barracks, that they take their orders direct from Abuja. Some of you don't know that. So when he said it was the army that ordered the shooting, I didn't doubt him. And that army carried out the shooting after the British High Commissioner went to go and see Tinubu. And during the discussions with Tinubu, they wanted to know, Katrina Lang wanted to know, if we kill those people at the toll gate, what will happen? And Tinubu said, go ahead, nothing will happen. That was why the shooting started. The Nigerian army, in fact, Britain, in concert with the Nigerian army and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, carried out the shooting. British High Commissioner in Abuja is complicit. Katrina Lang is complicit. That is why any day we catch her outside, that's the reason why we are after Tinubu. Tinubu killed Nigerians. Tinubu did not kill only Yoruba people. He killed Nigerians. That is why Nigerian youths are after him. Get that into your thick, local, idiotic, tribal skull. Get it into your thick, tribal skull. That Tinubu is finished. Tinubu killed Biafrans at the toll gate. He is finished. You people are foolish. People keep quiet and you keep killing as you like. And what is today's date? Today is the 27th of October. The time now is nearly 8:30 in Biafra land. And in Nigeria is about 8:29. So that tells you that we are live. You see, watch River State. You will hear the story soon. You see River State? You hear it soon. Because these people, they behave like wild beasts. They never learn. They never ever learn. Never. That is why we must go after them. Falana, simply shut up and be eating your APC money and talking rubbish. You cannot bring out ordinary a man who is innocent, lost his children, blinded, the wives abused. You cannot bring him out of jail. But a job for who got a son managed to bring me out. And I was the most hated person in Nigeria. Hated by idiots, because young people knew that I was fighting for them. The young people of Nigeria, regardless of ethnicity or tribe, they know I am fighting for them and for a better tomorrow. Unlike you idiots, you hypocrites. It was the military that ordered the execution, but the planners are Tinubu and Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria. They are the planners. The army merely executed. Now you understand me, don't you? They told him, remember 2023, you're going to be the president. Are you going to allow this to happen? And some idiots started talking nonsense about Lagos, about property. When people are dying, you're talking about stupid property. And the revolution is still with us. So the next wave, the next wave of this disturbance, the next wave, you'll be shocked. And that time, as they are moving, they are killing politicians as they are moving. What is going to happen? You think you're smart? You people should look at those hunting for palliatives. That is how you'll be hunted down. All of you, one after the other. You think you can preside over misery and be having fun, going abroad for treatment, your children schooling abroad, and you shamelessly, when you go for their graduation, you take pictures and you put on social media. This one is at this school in America. This one is here in England. This one is here. You think people are foolish? Is that what you think? You are, all of you are in trouble. All of you are in one almighty mess. It wasn't Sanwo-Olu who ordered for the people to be shot. It's Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Katrina Lang. Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Britain ordered the shooting at the toll gate, and they must be held accountable. They say we are black, we don't know anything, you're not intelligent. Because of that, we can do anything we like and get away with it. Them and their agents. But we are holding Bola Ahmed Tinubu responsible and Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria. Those two are the people that planned the shooting, and it was executed by the army, by the Fulani Janjaweed army, because they want to preserve one Nigeria. They wanted to preserve one Nigeria, but they have failed. They have failed woefully and completely. In Zamfara State, they have their own gold. They process their gold. In Iguacha, in River State, Wike is allowing the same Fulani to be doing bunkering and refining oil illegally, whilst the army were busy hunting down his own people doing the same thing. Wike, because he wants to be the vice president. Imagine the shock when the revelation was made that Wike, you know, they have promised Umahi vice president. They promised Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi vice president. They promised OKC as I don't know who will make him vice, but they did vice president. They promised Hope Uzodinma president. Listen to me carefully. They promised Wike vice president. Now all of them are competing. Who can, and Ifeanyi Okowa as well, vice president. Now they are all competing. Who will outdo the other in terms of accommodating Fulani terrorists in their territory? That is why our land is under siege. And Chukwu Kikabiam is going to bear us witness. They can never ever succeed. Now that all the governors are no longer going to be traveling abroad, and all the senators, they are now going to stay in the zoo, even if they are sick. Take it away as one thing that you accomplished in this very ongoing protest and revolution. They can no longer travel abroad. None of them can. Not even Aisha. We are monitoring. They know we have it. Anytime their flight takes off, I am notified immediately that a presidential jet has left here. Anytime any presidential jet leaves, we are going to tell, we know the destination before time. We are going to tell our volunteers on the ground to wait for them. It doesn't matter who is in that presidential jet, them or their children. There will be targets of legitimate attacks wherever we find them abroad. We must understand this very carefully. Now they're in no conference again. Hey, they say that this mask wearer is going to a conference anywhere in the world. No, every Nigerian will take time off work. Even if you're living 500 miles away from the capital, you must all descend there. That country will have a security challenge that day. You see that boy wearing mask, he is not going anywhere anymore. Because we have to, if you don't behave like mad people, young Nigerians, if you don't behave like mad people, these bastards will never listen to you. NSAS, only yesterday, army was flooding a jail. When there is a riot now as a result of that, people will start talking nonsense. But they will not caution the army to stop what they're doing. They will not caution the police to stop what they're doing. Now that they're arresting people in Igwacha, Wike is going house to house. Nobody will caution Wike. Nobody will tell that idiot that what he's doing is wrong until we unleash mayhem. Now you start complaining. I am going to open the lines. We have the Aburi papers now. Police abandon streets in Lagos and in Abuja. That is what they need to do. Do you know that is the reason? Now let me be honest with you. To be honest with you, the rank and file of the Nigeria army, they have behaved well in this whole thing. And now let me tell you why. Do you know that the Nigerian army were asked to go out to put down the protesters, and they said no to ordinary people? Are you aware of that? Do you know that in barracks across Nigeria, they asked the army to go and the army said no? They now brought those terrorists they were recruiting into the army. We caught one of them. They are the ones driving the Hilux. These new recruits, these terrorist recruits, they are the ones driving the vans. Go and ask anywhere. Even the real police said they will not do it. They will not kill the people. Are you aware of that? So now, man, you don't know what is happening. Oh, now let me tell you. The rank and file, the ordinary Nigerian soldiers said they will not go out on the streets to kill people. So what they did at defense headquarters is to now accelerate the absorption of the terrorists they had recruited. And they put them in the army and they gave them a van. We caught one of them, which is Hilux. And I'm sure you know where he is now. The thing that they are doing, what they are doing, the army you see shooting people now, they are terrorists recruited into the army. The real army said no. That is why police is not patrolling in Lagos and in Abuja. They are upset because the police and the army, they understand that these young people are fighting for a better tomorrow for them and also their children. Police people, who has ever campaigned before for you to get 200,000 naira minimum a month salary? These young people on the streets. Army, the same thing. When people are campaigning for your salary to be increased and for you to have a better living condition, how can they be against you? But in order for them to survive, they play. No, in order for the powers that be to survive or to ensure the longevity of their terror and their corrupt regime, they come to you and they play the tribal card. And I was shocked that most people that I thought were intelligent people in Yoruba land fell for it. They fell for this stupid joke of a thing that MNK came to destroy Yoruba land. These are intelligent people that I actually respect. I was astonished and amazed at the way they reasoned. Very primitive and very parochial. Very sad indeed. I don't care if you burn down Enugu State or you burn down Abia State or you burn down Anambra State. If there is evil in those places, you burn it down, because properties can be rebuilt, but you cannot return a human life. Stupid black people, do you understand that? All of you jumping up and down, property, asset, and in fact it was actually in Nyanwodo. It was in Nyanwodo that convinced some people in Yoruba land to take that dimension of Yoruba asset. When the Tinubu asset become Yoruba asset, when I asked, did you not hear Tinubu open his mouth and say that he owns TVC and Nation newspaper? You didn't hear him? When did that become Yoruba asset? These black people. That is why we speak the way we do. Now they have come. What Buhari must do, and these idiots, they know there is no Buhari. What Buhari must do, all these years you've been doing your human rights, this, they are talking and talking. What have you achieved? What have you? What have you achieved? Nothing. Talk. What have you achieved? Nothing. Only to be playing your useless tribal cards. Mad people. Weak as a dead man walking. No more overseas street friend. Now listen. I made the mistake. I didn't tell you. Nobody can travel abroad, including their wives. So Makade Mama. If you're the wife of a governor, wife of senator, stay in Nigeria. Wife of chief of staff of now for army or whatever rubbish, stay in Nigeria. We are not going to discriminate who is a man or who is a woman. All of you are part of the problem, because you cannot be there with your husband in the night and you fail to tell your husband, please darling, or whatever you call the idiot, do not go out to kill other people's children. But you have your own children. That is why even we should hold their wives responsible more than the men. You are there and your husband is planning to go and kill other people's children. You cannot say to the idiot, darling, don't kill people. You're a woman, you're a mother. We expect you to feel something. Or all of you are like Katrina Lang, that blood-sucking British demon. That woman she loves to see black people die. Katrina Lang wants to see black people die. She's a racist, a murdering racist, or should I say a murderous racist. Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner. So you don't know that, and all of you idiots like Femi Falana. So you don't know they are toying with you. Get Igbo to fight Yoruba to fight Hausa to fight this and that to fight that, and the white man is laughing. Let me ask you, in Britain, is Scotland fighting England? Is England fighting Wales? Is Wales fighting the Irish? You people should use your brain. Stupid, useless black people. Use your brain. Use your brain. Stop allowing yourselves to be used. Use your brain, idiots. Use your brain. Ndara. And if you're a girlfriend to a governor, a concubine, because they have many, when they call him daddy, when daddy is going out to kill other people, do you say to daddy, what you're doing is wrong? The girlfriend of Umahi, Obiano, Ibazo, Wike, they don't have girlfriends, it's normal, and all these people, or even Tinubu's girlfriend, when they were planning to kill the protesters at the toll gate, didn't you say to daddy, what you're doing is wrong, don't do it? No, you didn't. You are planning in your brain, you are planning your trip to Dubai. You don't want to annoy him, so he will not give you money. So all those girls, some of you are on Instagram. Next time your daddy wants to go and or baby, an old man of 80-something years answering baby. When next time your baby or daddy wants to go and kill people, tell daddy or baby that what they're doing is wrong. Tell them that what they are doing is wrong. The problem you have in Nigeria is number one, Britain. And not every British person, those working at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, they are racists. They see you as nothing. They see you as nothing. You must understand that. They see you as nothing. That's what they call them, a daddy. Oh, daddy, daddy, daddy. And I'm sure that is what Tinubu's girlfriend will be calling him, daddy. Then go and tell daddy, you cannot kill my age mates at the toll gate. It's wrong. Mad people everywhere. You're a side chick and they're killing people. And you're Instagram posting pictures, doing your makeup, wearing your fake eyelashes, and slaying on Instagram. Whereas daddy is outside killing people, your age mates, your classmates. Oh my goodness. I'm going to open the listen, if you have not opened Twitter account and you call this number, Thunder will fire you this morning. Take a walk, idiot. If you know you are not on Twitter, do not call. Don't call me. Do not call. We are going to open our lines, please. They say try to be gentle. In Africa, you're doing gentleman. In Africa. How do you know? They want me to speak like a statesman, like a head of state. But these are the people snatching ballot boxes. Oh dear. If you are not on Twitter, do not call. Our lines are now open and people can call us. Once I want to speak to Bukola. I want to speak to Bukola. I want to talk to you. I don't know if you are original Bukola or maybe you're like Chibika, Rotimi and Echi. I don't know. This one is Bukola. Let us see if they can pick up. I will call some of you. I will call you back. Be near your phone. Bukola, you have picked up. Am I correct? Are you Bukola or you copy somebody's name?
I am Bukola. Mazi, good morning.
Good morning to you. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ugwocha. Please, I don't want to be online.
It's understandable. Please go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead.
I'm from Yoruba. My mother happened to be from Umuaya, and I'm married from Wakirike Okrika.
Now, stay where you are. Stay where you are, please, my dear sister. Bukola, your father is Yoruba, is that correct?
Yes.
And your mother is actually my sister because she is from Umuaya, is that correct?
Yes.
Then how can I hate Yoruba people? Can you speak Yoruba?
Yes, I speak both the language.
You speak Igbo and you speak Yoruba as well?
Yes.
I hope that Femi Falana is listening, that ethnic bigot. I hope the idiot is listening. Please go ahead.
Okay. Mazi, please, I don't want to come online. I want to make a suggestion.
Do you want to give the suggestion privately or what?
Yes.
Okay, then no problem. You can get offline and then you write to me or we speak after this. Please.
Alright.
Okay, thank you, my dear sister. The mother is from Umuahia, which makes her my sister, and the father is Yoruba. And yet I don't have any right. You come and take our mothers and you have beautiful daughters like Bukola, and I cannot speak. Who said that? Who said that? Bukola, go ahead and write. I am going to read from you. People are injured, you know. People need attention. People need attention. Some people need surgery. Some people everywhere, and I need help. I want the diasporans to make sure that everybody who is injured and can injure the protesting or injure the burning down the properties of criminal politicians. I don't want you, please. Not when you go to loot somebody's shop, you get injured and you want us to help you. No, I will not help you. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please?
Yes, my leader. Good morning from here, sir.
Good morning to you. The pictures that you sent, you are in Lagos, I presume. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The picture that you sent, was the person injured when they went to go and loot, or when they were protesting? Which one?
No, sir. It's actually me. That is actually my picture, sir.
Is that you?
Yes, my leader, that is actually my picture. Is an accident when we went for our media training at the
Okay. I understand.
My contribution.
I understand. Something will be done. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. My contribution this morning is based on Falana. Falana is an APC card carrying member.
Of course, it's APC. Who doesn't know that?
But in the first time of APC, they wanted to appoint him, but the reason why they didn't appoint him because of he's not a straightforward person. They don't trust him. They abandoned him and he complained. I think I can go and find that publication. He complained why they did not appoint him. Second tenor, the same thing repeated because they don't trust him. He speaks from the both sides of his mouth. Now going forward to the issue of Wike. Wike has actually killed more people more than Amechi in Iguacha. Wike is actually in the same court with Amechi, both Michael Sabi, all of them. But politics was what actually divided them. We actually rallied around to support him because Amechi was supporting the Janjaweed so they don't take over our land. This same Wike you see was the one that commissioned Don Wani that was killing people in Omok and other neighboring community. This same Wike used Goran Felix Oboa, the former PDP River State chairman, killed many people in River State till tomorrow. The commissioner, the minister for power in River State, the Kotus Ogogu from Egi, is one of the people that is Wike killing squad. All his investment in Iguacha and all his atrocities, we know. So many things he has done. Just because we wanted to rally around to support him, we cannot turn back to come and spite on us. But all his atrocities, we will tell him because I work with Goran Dead in Kizera Hotel. All the things he have been doing, we will bring all of them to the limelight. There's no way you will spite IPOB and go free. We will dig out your atrocities and show the world and the people what you have been doing. That is my contribution this morning, sir.
Thank you very much. And everybody, if you have all the details of every property owned by Wike, I need it, both home and abroad. I feel sorry for you. I'm telling you the truth. You think you're stubborn? Go and ask Buhari in his grave. He will tell you how stubborn I am. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my leader.
Have you opened a Twitter account? Have you opened a Twitter account? I don't think he has. If you have not opened the Twitter account, please try and do so before you call. People are saying, give us time. But if it is time to send transport money to a girl to come and see you, you don't need time. You send them a lot immediately. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? If it's time to ask for money, there is no, you don't delay. Go and get a Twitter account before you call us, or else we will not be friends this morning. That I can assure you. That I can assure you. We cannot be friends. If I accept you, then you can make your call. Once I accept you, then make your call. The caller on signal, can you hear? Of course, we're on your signal now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Raise your voice. Are you hiding from Wike? Where are you? Are you hiding from Wike and the zoo in Obi? Where are you?
Yes, I'm coming from Cameroon.
From Cameroon, are you on the run from the gendarme? Because your voice is very low.
No, I cannot run. I'm a fellow soldier.
Your voice is very deep. Your voice is very, very deep. You are the first person who has called, and your voice is deep. Have you opened a Twitter account? Have you opened a Twitter account?
Yes. I retweeted what you just said this morning, and I retweeted what and many others I retweeted this morning. I did that.
Thank you very much. But your voice, my dear brother, your voice is low. Your voice is low. I don't know why your voice is low. I don't know.
Is it coming loud now?
It's better now, but keep increasing the volume because it's very, very low.
Okay now.
No, your voice is muffled. Your voice, and I'm not sure you're telling me the truth about where you are. I think the gendarme in Cameroon is running after you because your voice is very, very low. If you have not opened it, Wachuku, thank you very much. If you have not opened a Twitter account, do not call. Do not call, please. If you have not opened a Twitter account, don't bother to call me this morning, please. Don't come on, happy soup. I don't want to quarrel with anybody. So if you have not opened the Twitter account, do not call. Give us your first name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me? The caller on signal, can you hear me? They don't want to say anything. They do not want to say anything. If I can come across, and some of the caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, EK, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What is happening? Why is your voice? What is happening this morning? Why is your voice so deep? What the hell is going on this morning? What is going on this morning? I am going to try as much as I can now to see. I don't know. I thought Wachuku, it was from Wachuku's side, but we are going to try and fix it. But I spoke to Pastor Jack and it was very clear. So what is the caller on signal? Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. I can hear you. Good day, Mass. I'm calling you from Philippines.
From Philippines. Please, can you raise your voice for me? I don't know what's going on. Everybody's voice is very low. What is happening this morning?
Oh. Hello, sorry, sir. I'm calling you from Philippines. I'm calling you from Philippines. My name is Chimobi.
Yes, go ahead, Chimobi.
Hello, sir. I want to thank you for what you have been doing. You understand?
Yes.
You are a great man. God is using you to do a marvelous job. You know, many people, they are not understanding what is really on ground. Understand? Some like all these riverine areas, they don't really understand. They think that it's like maybe something is really wrong with them. They don't really understand. But I believe that one day, let them be alive. You understand? Because it's when you are alive, you understand what you have done to yourself. So I believe that let them be alive and experience the work of God and experience what you have been telling them, so that in their next generation they won't doubt the truth. So what I'm suggesting is that, sir, look at all these people that we call governors. I believe that those people should be on time because they are corrupting the mind of many people. Those,
yes,
like these are governors, they should be hunted down. They should be hunted down falsely because they are corrupting some mind of people. Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. So from so doing, others will learn work. You need to set a sample with one person. A sample. So that others will learn. That's my contribution, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. I think Precious Chidera is saying, I've gone back to my Twitter account. All of you should follow one another and retweet. Follow one another and continue to retweet. It is very, very important. Follow one another and you retweet. But the two you must follow is Radio Biafra and myself. Very, very important. Radio Biafra and myself you must follow. If you go to Radio Biafra page, you will see it. If you go to Twitter, you will also see it. There are many Mazen Namdekanos opened by Fulani people, by DSS, and supported by the British, in order to try to divert attention and traffic away from the real one. And they gave money to Twitter not to verify my account, so people will know which one is real and which one is not. Some of you don't know the battles that we are fighting every blessed day. You have no idea. But by the grace of the Most High Elohim, we are winning each and every battle that we go into. We are winning them. And in the round, our enemies are falling. By the time we hits the deck, by the time we hit the deck, you know you encountered IPOB. Right now, you don't know. You think it's a joke. Once I come off air now, the defense of Obibo will begin. We will begin to put in place things that will make it impossible for you to be abducting our mothers and our fathers from Obibo. Mad people everywhere. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, this is calling from Canada.
Please go ahead. We are listening. Are you on Twitter?
Yes.
What is your name on Twitter? What is it?
Hello?
What is your name on Twitter? What is it? What is your handle on Twitter? If you claim you are on Twitter.
Hashtag Rick.
Hashtag what?
Rick.
Well, it is.
R-I-C-K.
Listen, it is at something. You must be at. Mine is at. I'm trying to check it. Hold on, stay where you are. I want to check it to make sure you're not. Don't go and tell me somebody's account. Please. You must be honest. At what? Spell it for me. Spell your name on Twitter for me.
R-I-C-K. Rick.
At Rick. At Rick. Which one is Rick? At Rick. I've seen many Ricks here. Go to at Rick. Let me see. No, you are not on Twitter. There is no. You are not on Twitter, and do not call this line again. You are not on Twitter. You are lying. You are not on Twitter. I cannot see you. You are lying, and I cannot take your call. I cannot take your call. If you have to call me, you have to be on Twitter. If you are not, do not bother calling this very platform. If you are not on Twitter, please get out. Don't call me. You want to fight for Biafra, for freedom, for Nigerian youths, and not on Twitter. Then what are you doing? Are you in Canada or for that matter? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Are you on Twitter?
Yes, I'm on Twitter.
What is your name on Twitter?
My name is at Nnamdi Ohanus. I'm the one putting black jacket on his snow.
Okay, at Nnamdi. Hold on, let me check. Hold on, let me check. I want to make sure you are telling me the truth. That is what I want to make sure you are doing. Nnamdi, how do you spell the other one? Ohanus, O-H-A-N-U-S?
O-H-A-N-U-S-I.
Oh, sorry, Ohanus.
Oh.
Let me see. Yes, you are on Twitter. You are putting on, there is even your cover picture is you and a white woman to your right. There's a protest going on somewhere, and you are in the Netherlands. Yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now you can proceed. Please go ahead.
Thank you, my leader. I want to say something concerning this Falani of a issue. Now they are accusing you of causing the people in Lagos to vandalize Lagos property. Okay, what of our people in Abuja, the Igbos in Kano, that they vandalize their property? So is the one leading the protest in Abuja, shouting revolution from the beginning. So if we accuse Sowore, how would they feel? Our goose was vandalized in Abuja, the Igbo goose, even in the north, before the killings of Lekki. They have vandalized the goose of Igbo people in Apo, in Kano. So if we
hold on, Nnamdi, and hold on, Nnamdi, and Ohanese never said anything. Never said anything. Is to go and try to cause trouble between me and my Yoruba friends. That's what Nyanwodo wanted to do. Useless man. Please go ahead.
So what I want to contribute again is concerning this of ambush of a team. My leader, please, I would like you to tell our people that we ambush this military anytime they come. They should use Ogunigwe. You know what they call Ogunigwe now? We normally use
I said that I will destroy the Nigerian army.
It is a very
watch and see. The world should watch and see what is going to happen. The Nigerian army will die in Biafra land in the year 2020. They will die there. Nigeria will have no army again. If they try to mobilize the people on the streets, Nigerian army will die in the land of Biafra. I'm telling you. So, Chineke, I don't want to go too much. Please continue what you're saying. Go ahead.
So that's what I want to say, because the people accusing you that they are very stupid, because the youth of Nigeria have realized that you have spoken the truth for a long time and you are there for us. So why would somebody who call himself a son make kind of statement that you are the one who asked people to go and vandalize Lagos? Is NNPA Lagos property?
No, it is not.
Police station Lagos property?
No, it is not.
I don't understand the way people. Enugu State was burnt down. There is no police station functioning in Imo State and Anambra State now. No police station in Imo State and Enugu State, Anambra State. Even the Nnewi command was burnt down. So why did they say about this? Why are they putting this in terms of Yoruba and Igbo? Okay, let us hold you and say for leading the protest that burned the shop of our people in Abuja and Kano. Let us hold you responsible if that is the way they want to do it. So what is the cause of our people's shop being burnt in Abuja? That's my own contribution.
You have spoken very well and very eloquently. No wonder your parents named you Nnamdi. It is not easy. It's a glorious name. My Redeemer liveth. The only person that messed it up was Azikiwe. Azikiwe started very well, living up to the spiritual meaning of that very name, and eventually, as soon as they gave him Amina, Oburamina, Nazaria, everything ended that very place. And he has a child named Muhammad. If you do not know, let me make it very clear to all of you. And he messed up as a result of that. We are live and we are direct. If you are not on Twitter, do not call. Unless you are on Twitter, do not call. No, you have called before. I don't want you to call again. If you have called before, do not call again. That information you have, send us a voice note. Send us a voice note. If you have called before, do not call again. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you on Twitter? Yeah. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter.
Oh, hold on. I want to verify if you're on Twitter or not. I have your time. Yeah. All of you must know I have the time to check. So don't worry. Don't feel sorry for me. What is your name on Twitter?
Ricky.
R-I-C-K L-Y.
Yes.
R-I Romeo India Charlie. Hang on. Romeo India Charlie Kilo. Is that correct? R-I-C-K?
Yes.
Lima Yankee L-Y. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and hold on a second. Hold on. And what is the surname on that account? What is the surname on the account? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
What is the full name on the account? It's Rickley. Yes, I have seen Rickley. But what is the full name on the account?
Rick.
You are not making any sense to me. You said Rickley, which I spelled, and you said yes, and then you're saying Rick. You're not on Twitter, and I will block you. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, yes.
What is your name?
Just hold on a minute now, I'll tell you. Just a minute, sir.
Which means you don't use it very often.
My Twitter is Sam_Owa OWA.
Sam Owa.
Sam SAM_OWA.
Okay, go ahead, please go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Dublin.
From Dublin. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you for all you have been doing for us. You are a great man, and you're a very, very good man.
Thank you.
So my question goes like this. You know about the issue of Mwike. You know, Mwike has been in our good book for a very long time, and he has been doing some crazy thing using knowing that he's in our good book, and we have been working for him, helping him to secure his second tenure, right? And now look at it now. He has been that good boy, knowing that he wants to use us to get what he wants, which is fair. It's fair enough. And that's the human nature, a black man for that matter, right? Now let's bring this thing back to our own state. I'm from Abia State, very precisely, right? Now look at Abaribe. You know, Abaribe, you mentioned 3 days ago, is one of the respected senators we have in Nigeria, in the zoo, right?
Yes.
Now, Abaribe has been in power since April 2007 or thereabout. Let's put it that way. That is, has been in power for 18 years. Yeah, he is the one. He helped in providing your bond when you were bailed out. He went to your dad's burial when you guys were doing the burial, right?
Yes.
He has been that good. And he has been saying a lot of things in the Senate, fighting for the common man. But now, look at it. In Abia State, he is the one that helped OKZ Bazu to become a governor. The first time, the second time, right? They are in the same PDP. What has he done? Do you want to tell me he doesn't have the right to tell OKZ Bazu what he's doing is wrong? Or he doesn't have the right to tell him Aba is bad, your state is bad? Does he not have that right?
Ngwa is bad, not even Aba. Ngwa itself is bad.
Now, my question is this now. You are very good to him. You will be making him all Ipob members, family. They see him as a godsend. He will go every year they brought a budget. He will analyze the budget. But look at your state. We have to start from our home. Look at your state. He has been that good. Aba is bad. Abia State is bad. Somebody that is close, a senator that has been there more than 18 years. Aba is still like that. You helped OKZ to win the first election. You helped him to win the second election. And you are very close and in time with him. But Abia State is still like that. And you are just fighting in federal. Does that make sense? One thing, I studied in Dublin. And I don't think like a black man. Sometimes you fight black man, we don't think so much. We think crazy. We don't analyze something. We don't think critically. You know what I mean? We try to, sometimes you step out and look at something as an stranger or as a third party and analyze the situation. Now, ask yourself, that man that will be fighting for that has been in our good book now. Because one day, he will turn as wickedness. He will turn one day. Ask yourself, what has this guy contributed in that state he came from? This guy can talk to OKZ Bazu. This OKZ has been getting allocation since he became a governor. What has he done? Why our state is like that? When we have people like Abaribe that can go to Senate and be talking every minute, fighting the government, whereby our state, you don't even have a road. We don't have a common road. I don't know how to analyze that, sir. I just want you to, I don't know. I have been trying to call you. This has been a burden to me.
No, but what you're saying is correct, because when you speak the truth, it resonates. I don't know where Abaribe was or what they told him. Why is it that when these governors are bringing all this army and everything, why don't you call them and tell them what they're doing is wrong? Why don't you do something? Look at the way Aba is. If not that we insisted and said Aba must be cleaned yesterday, will it be taken seriously today for them to announce that everyone should come out today to clean Aba as well? To make sure everybody is tidy? Why can't they build Aba? Why can't they build Ungwa land? Aba is in Ungwa. Senator Abaribe is from Ungwa. OKZ Bazu is from Ungwa. And I want them to develop Ungwa land. I want Ungwa land to be developed. Why is it not happening? Aba is in Ungwa. Aba is an eyesore. An eyesore. Until yesterday, people came out to do the best they can. But the cleanup must continue until Aba is completely tidied up. Thank you very much. And any day, Abaribe turns. Any day, Chineke and women, any day, Abaribe turns and becomes like all these foolish, idiotic people. He will get it from us. Because we take no prisoners.
Because he's still in our good book. Tell him that is done. Because here we went to Nigerian embassy in Dublin.
Yes.
Yeah. I was one of the, if you watch the video, I was one of the forefront. There's the way I've been trained. I schooled here, I did my master's, everything. I don't reason like a normal black man. You understand? I think critically when I do things. We went here, we protest, and you can see the result. You saw it. So talk to that man. If he doesn't know what he's doing, let that man be praising him every time he goes to Senate and be talking. Whereby our home is bad. I saw people yesterday swimming on the water. What kind of fraud is that? When we have a man like Abaribe that knows how to analyze the budget, a very intelligent man, but he cannot bring it to the state. We black men, we know how to talk, but we don't know how to put action. There is something you always say. In our school, they will teach us theoretical theory. They will not teach us how to practicalize something. That's the problem, black man, we have. We don't know how to put something in perspective. Thank you, sir. That's all right.
You have spoken very, very well this morning. Very, very intelligently and very well this morning. People are saying that Ikechukwu Ike, who, let me take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clear.
Thank you. And please raise your voice for me. Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
And what is your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is @Eric823.
Okay. Yeah. Eric what?
@Eric823.
At Eric. People are not. Yeah, please say where you are, Eric. Not Eric. Well, your name is Nnamani, which is better for me. I don't like all these stupid English names. It makes me sick. I said to people, do not call on WhatsApp, and they're still calling. Do not call on WhatsApp. If you have a message, you can send me a message, but do not call on WhatsApp, please. Nnamani, go ahead. What would you like to say? And where are you calling from anyway? Where are you?
From California, United States.
California, raise your voice for me, please. I beg of you. I don't know what is going on. I have no idea what is going on. If you are from California, what would you like to say?
I just want to keep a little thing. First of all, I want to thank you for what you have been doing for the Biafrans and your mother's man, and I like your body said for them. And again, I want to...
We can't hear you very well. No, man, we cannot hear you well. I don't know what is... You are in America, the first world. I don't know what is happening to your signal. Everybody spoke and it was very clear. Please try and call us back again, please. There could be some gremlins on the line. Please try and call us back again. Once I accept your request, make sure, before you send me a request, make sure you are on Twitter. No, I'm not going to waste. We have problem here. I'm telling you the truth. If you're not on Twitter, do not call. If you're not on Twitter, do not call. Only grandmas can call, even if they're not on Twitter. They call on the line. Can you hear me? What is your Twitter? Yes, raise.
At Batoski.
Are you following me?
Yes.
Are you following Radio Biafra?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mazin Namdekano. I'm from Anambra State, while my mother is from Kogi State.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Been given about, the history have been given about Biafran regarding the Kogi State. Opens my eye to something that is happening in Ibaji, especially in the...
Hey, what is happening this morning?
There are some issues happening in that Ibaji. When we go to Igala land, especially in Ida, that's in Igala land. So those people in Ibaji,
hey, oh my God, and I want to hear.
Other people. What I'm saying is this, because when it comes to appointment, they will say those people are Igbo. So when you bring a issue about Ibaji, I was so glad, and I was very happy that when I go back, I will go to every root of my mother's family and make sure those people will go in them as an Igbo, because they don't want them to live in that land. That is my comment. Secondly, in the zoo, Nigeria, the zoo, the country, they want to unleash every Igbo people that are brilliant. That is why we are running Elter Scatter. Look at where everywhere in the world we are. The Igbo people are there and they are doing well. We have brain, we have all it takes. We are very angry, even in Seychelles. We want this Biafra to grow up to the nation, and we were eager to go to the zoo to show them that their power, they cannot empower us. Rather, we are going to destroy the zoo. Even in Seychelles, we are suffering. We don't have rights. As far as you are using the zoo passport, you cannot have your rights. That is why we are running up and that they will even send you away from some offices. Somebody that is not up to you to tell you some things. We tell you, as far as you are from zoo, they will deny you your rights. They will deny you all your benefits. Some of us are even throwing our passport away. We don't want that zoo to remain in our... That is why in IPOB in Seychelles, we are trying hard to make sure the zoo, our name does not carry that zoo. We need a Biafra, and we are going to fight with our last blood to make sure this Biafra comes. Mazi, I thank you so much for opening our eyes. I thank you that all you have been doing, Almighty God will empower you. Almighty God will give you the strength. This Biafra will not exceed this year, and we are going to fight with the zoo. And even me, I have a lot of army that have been called that they want to resign because I'm the secretary to the Ipob in Seychelles. They have been calling me which way that they are ready to bring in their gun, their uniform, But what is the procedure? How can
the procedure will be unveiled today? Today, we will tell them the number to call. It's a WhatsApp number. We will publish it either this afternoon or in the evening for them to call. Bring your weapons, bring your uniform, bring your ID. I'm even asking, listen, I'm even asking if you're a soldier and you're from Nupe, Biafra will save you. I'm not saying that Nupe is Biafra, it is not. That is how revolutions are done. We want to free everybody. We want to free every ethnic group. We want people to be free. And if they want to be together to negotiate their future, the line will be published today. My dear brother, thank you very much. And I can see, go ahead.
Okay, we need the line so that there are many youth, a lot of them want to come with their gun, with their uniform, a capable youth, because the zoo soldier, they are going down, both police and everything. We want to make sure the zoo don't have anything to do with Biafran. Thank you, Mazen Namdekan. God bless you so much. And that Ibaji, especially that Ibaji local government, please, I want that area to be cut in Biafra land, especially because of my mother. I can't be in Anambra State. My mother will be in the Kogi State, and they will still be telling my mother she should go back to Igbo land. They are not Igbo. Thank you so much, Mazen Namdekan. God bless you so much.
He say, I bless you too. Parts of Kogi, that's what they keep writing. That they even went outside the southeast to claim Benue, to claim Kogi, to they're talking rubbish. Nara. This very family, as long as your mother ties two-piece wrapper, you are a Biafran. Because if you go to other places, they don't dress the way we dress. That is why Biafra is the motherland. Your mothers will tell you where your boundaries are. As long as your mother is tying a two-piece wrapper, you are a Biafran. Because if you go to other places, they do not tie two-piece wrapper. Fulani do not do that. No other Hausa doesn't. Kanuri, they don't. Even in Nupe, they don't tie two-piece wrapper. In Bagi, they do not tie two-piece wrapper. Only Biafran women does. That is how you know who you are. If you are still confused like Wike is, then may God help you, or may Satan encourage you. That's entirely your business. But in the end, you will pay very dearly for it. Wike must understand who we are. Wike should go and ask the federal government of Nigeria who we are. Hi, Chineke Manamebere. That idiot is in trouble. Very serious trouble. Let me get off from this very broadcast this morning. We need to secure Obibo, very, very important. And we are going to do so. And so we need to strategize and plan how to secure Obibo. Because Wike wants to give it to Fulani people. Wike wants to give Obibo to Fulani people. Fulani wants it because it is the only place in the whole of Biafra land where a name is solitary. I am from Afara. There is Afara in Imo State. There is Afara in Anambra State. Are you aware of that? Wherever you go to, you see twins or duplication. But Obibo is in one place and Fulani wants to take it. It has spiritual symbolism and significance. The name of the place is Obi-Igbo, the heart of the Igbo. The heart of the Igbo race is in Iguacha. Obi-Igbo. That was why Fulani compelled an Ijaw man to name it Oyibo. Oyibo. What utter garbage and rubbish. And I don't know what is happening. We seem to have, of course, there are saboteurs everywhere, but from Ijaw land, there are very serious saboteurs from Ijaw land. Very heavy. And these are people dining. Some of them are, they are so enmeshed in the whole Fulani subterfuge that they also change their religion. Something must be done about it. Something must be done about it. We thank all of you this very morning, afternoon, or night for listening, depending on where you are. It has been an enlightening program this morning. But what I have to say is this. If you are not on Twitter, frankly speaking, you are not one of us. You know, when we speak, we call some people, there are some people that I speak to and I say that this person is one of us. A hardcore one of us. If you don't have that accolade, one of us, it means you can be IPAB, you can be doing Biafra, but the spirit inside you is not what we're looking for. We need people who are like us. Go and open a Twitter account. Open even multiple Twitter accounts. go and join this very battle. Some people are saying that there are so many at Mazen Namdekanos they are seeing. Mine is, I think, as at this morning, look for the one, and those of them that work with us, you must do your job, please. Go and screen grab my original Twitter handle and make it available everywhere. I think the following that I have now is let me see, I think it's about 211,000. The following that I have is how many? Sorry, 215,000 now. They've allowed me these days 215,000 followers. 215K followers. That is how you know the one that is original. Everybody must follow. Everybody must follow. Mine is at Mazen Namdekano. The number of followers I have is 215,000, 215K. People should screen grab it and put it everywhere. That is the original. The rest were created by DSS to get your data and begin to hunt for you. Our own is the authentic one is 215,000 followers. Twitter will not give me a blue tick because they too collected money from the zoo, and Britain advised Nigeria not to allow us to have any significant media presence. That is their game. So when they kill us, nobody will know about it. If you claim you're a Biafran and you do not have a Twitter account, you are not a Biafran. You are a mere observer. I thank you very much for listening. We are going to reconvene this evening, same time, same place, and with all the love in my heart, not just for Biafrans, but for youths right across Nigeria. From me, from here, good morning.